Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey y'all, welcome to episode 2. If you missed episode 1, I'll put a link to it below in the description. On this episode, we ride from the Everglades to Key Largo. We will show you our adventure up close and personal. So come along with us on our adventure so you can start planning yours today. This is where I stayed in the Everglades. The whole place was like awesome. I love this. After my crazy breakfast, we head out. Ooh, my legs are a little sore. Remember me telling you to make sure you had plenty of food before you came to the campground? Well, that's because from the campground all the way back up to the visitor center, it's 6 miles. I love our national parks, and anytime you have a chance to go into one of the visitor centers, you have to. So come with us and let me take you on a quick tour. Rodney's first time in the Everglades, and the visitor center impressed him. We did have to get back on the road though. I want you to notice this road. It's not the best of the best riding conditions in the Everglades when you talk about riding on the pavement. Remember episode 1 where that alligator was laid out there by the road? Well, I made a stop and you can barely see him, but this time he was under the water. It was awesome. This is us actually leaving the Everglades. That's the building where you would pay to come into the Everglades. Once we get out of Florida City, we're screwed for another 10 miles. We finally reached Florida City, and this is where you want to make sure you have your water bottles topped off and maybe get you something to eat. We can ride back up that way and get something to eat.
Yeah, let's take this little road instead of
We backtracked just a little bit, but Florida City has all kinds of places to eat at. I mean, we're just going to get something really, to eat, but to snack on as well. You know what I'm saying? We'll get some tacos when we get down there. You want Subway? After eating at Subway, we jumped on Highway 1 and rode right on out of Florida City. Now, as soon as you get out of Florida City, you have a huge decision to make. You have to decide if you want to take Highway 1 on into Key Largo or if you want to take the toll road, which is called Card Sound Road. Now, there's pros and cons to either one that you take. For the toll road, the pro is there's less traffic, which I'll agree with. The con is there is no shoulder really to ride on, and you'll see that in some videos because we opted to take the toll road. This tells me to go straight. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it goes. Yeah, I guess I've never taken this way. I've always went that way. But I guess this way would be safer. Yeah, I've just never been this way. Alright. like I was saying, this road has absolutely no shoulder. Well, Rodney wanted me to ride kind of on the white line, and then he was going to ride on the other side of me. I thought this was like for safety purposes, with cars and stuff. But yeah, no, that's not the case. This is the reason why he wanted me to ride closest to the guardrail. As we were riding along, I thought I had seen something like out the corner of my eye, so I slammed on my brakes, and then, it took Rodney a second to slow down, and I started yelling, "You gotta come see this, it's a huge snake!" Naturally, I wanted a closer look, and Rodney was yelling at me, "Is it dead? Is it dead?" Because he was not coming back until he found out if it was dead or alive. Of course, it was dead. Somebody had just killed it, because you could tell it was still fresh. A few miles down the road, I have to yell at Rodney to stop again because I spot something else.
There's gonna be snakes right on here.
Rodney, I'm just going right here. Calm down.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Rodney, it is okay. I'm right here. See, they heard us talking.
It gets hot out here. There is no shade. Cardsound Road was 17 miles, and before we turned onto County Road 905, we took a break. We finally found some shade. Now, we didn't stay here long. County Road 905 will lead you right into Highway 1, but you have about 9 miles to go. Bathroom break time before turning onto Highway 1. Notice all this traffic off of Highway 1. That's the reason why we took Cardsound Road. As you can see, the bike path is not necessarily connected to Highway 1, it just runs along the side of it. Key Largo does an awesome job keeping this bike path up. pit stops at bicycle shops too along the way, just to see what they have.
Yeah. Alright.
And we finally arrived at our campground for the night. We stayed at Key Largo Campground, and that's with a K. We paid, I think, around $55 that night to camp there.
Your destination is on the left.
Yep.
Be on the lookout for the next episode where we ride from Key Largo down to Key West. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.